We all appreciate the fact that water is the elixir of life, but having that appreciation does not help because our water resources, particularly the global freshwater resources, are showing an alarming decline around the planet. And who are to blame for this? It is us humans who are to blame for this degradation and depletion of water resources, for the unprecedented harvest of groundwater for various construction, industrial and agricultural purposes, as also exploitation of freshwater resources for various industrial and agricultural activities of humans, and also destruction of natural aquatic ecosystems and also marine ecosystem through considerable levels of pollution through release of toxins from the industries, untreated effluents, release of toxic domestic and industrial sewage and waste into the water, as well as washing away of pesticide and synthetic fertilizer residues into groundwater table, as well as into our freshwater aquatic ecosystems. These results in eutrophication, which means the unprecedented reduction in biological and chemical oxygen demands, reduction in the potable quality of water, unprecedented growth of undesirable bacteria, destruction of aquatic flora and fauna, and acute establishment of toxic blue-green algae that helps in releasing toxins and reducing available oxygen in the water. These factors combine together synergistically to reduce the quality of available water for human consumption as well as for domestic uses. Unless we appreciate the finite resource of water, which is a very significant small amount of the 70% of water resources that we have on the planet, we are pushing ourselves to our own demise by not protecting these unique natural resources and using it indiscriminately and destroying it through pollution and other negligible uses of and by humans for our own selfish growth and needs. While we are destroying the aquatic ecosystem, whether it's marine or freshwater, lithic or lotic ecosystems, we are not understanding that it is connected to the stability and the dynamics of our forests, our natural environment and ecosystems, and the protection of our biomes, biospheres, natural forest, and even in the case of fragile ecosystems like the Sundarban. Unless we stop the relentless destruction of aquatic resources and aquatic ecosystems and building of infrastructure without environmental impact assessment in highly sensitive riverine belts and other ecologically fragile regions, extensive use of water without any use of water meter, indiscriminate use of water for our domestic and industrial purposes, and extensive overexploitation of water for agricultural purposes is significantly depleting the water resources. By taking away water from our aquatic ecosystems and from the groundwater table and not giving them enough time to get recharged through the natural process of precipitation, we are not only reducing the level and the quality and the quantity of water available in there, but we are also making us vulnerable to various other toxic resources that are collected and associated at the bottom of the ground table, and these are being pumped and integrated into our agricultural industrial systems and also our food chains and food webs. The arsenic pollution is also one of the factors that is impacted because of overexploitation of water from our groundwater resources, because we are pumping away the water for construction purpose, industrial growth and agricultural needs. And as a consequence, the arsenic released from the arsenites at the bottom of the groundwater table is being pumped into our natural ecosystem and is causing great harm not only to human and animal health but also destroying the natural ecosystem. Thus, it is important for all of us to join hands together and understand and appreciate that water not only sustains human, but it is the cradle of our civilization. It is necessary not only for humans but also for all other co-inhabitants of this planet, whether they are tiny microbes, birds, mammals, amphibians, reptiles, fishes, as well as several invertebrates that are dependent on water for completing their life cycle. By not providing enough water to various aquatic ecosystems, we are drying our forest. We are damaging and making them vulnerable by making them dry and susceptible to forest fires, both through natural and anthropogenic causes. Thus, every day, while we are making non-judicious use of our finite water resources, no matter how high we are in our expression and appreciate about water as the elixir of life, we are making our lives vulnerable. We are making our lives exposed to dangers of water starvation by taking away indiscriminate amount of water. Water harvesting by conversion of seawater, saline seawater into fresh water, or harvesting rainwater or storage of excess water during suitable times in various reservoirs has been working out. But still, the lack of initiative lies in our lack of education and awareness and lack of sensitivity towards water conservation. Unless we pay significant amount of our investments in conserving water, we are making ourselves vulnerable to destruction in the long term, in the not so distant future, unless we take care of our scanty water resources. We need to realize that these water not only belongs to for the need of human, but they are also for innumerable plants and animals and microbes and various indigenous groups that lives in small remote areas. By taking away, diverting water, by extensively using water as water transportation ways, by thinking of linking water, by constructing mega dams or even micro hydropower projects along various rivers upstreams, we are hindering the flow of rivers, rivulets, tributaries and distributaries, and making them vulnerable to natural as well as anthropogenic changes. With these massive scale destruction and negative impact that we have created on our aquatic ecosystem, both freshwater and marine, we are doomed towards a very tragic end unless we take initiatives today without any failure. And for this, all the governments needs to come together on a common platform to work together and make people understand and take initiatives together jointly as global citizens to protect water resources. Water is an important source of life, an elixir of life truly. Unless we realize it, unless we put efforts in protecting it from severe destruction, unless we are serious about protecting the water, unless we are interested in dissemination of water education and awareness among the mass population across our vast population, both in developed and developing underdeveloped countries and in the first world and third world countries, it is quite pertinent that we are moving towards a water scarce world. Our economy will be impacted, our ecology will be destroyed unless we protect these very precious natural resources. Let's join hands together in protecting these finite resources of water. Water, elixir of life, is the true syrup of life, is the true essence of life that has made us human. Let us have humanity take over our greed and protect water from being exterminated from this planet. And with water loss or the extermination of water, humanity and biodiversity will be exterminated, as life cannot sustain without water. Shoikat Kumar Basu, Kalinga Chronicle TV, Bureau Report.